Hey, we're Nutty Nation, fuckers. Happy 4th and shit. Start a poll. We need a poll. Better Presidente. Presidente. Let's go with Obama. Let's go with George Washington, because why not? Yeah. Abraham. There we go. Or Trump. It's a sandwich of silliness. Better presidential Presidente. Obama, George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, or Trump. Let's start the poll. Let's start the show. Done, diddy, done, done. Oh, yeah. Been around the world and found that only stupid people are breeding. It's not me. I'm not breeding anymore. The Queen's clone and they're feeding. I don't even own a TV. You know what? I didn't for many years. Fingertips have been... Oh, wrong verse. Oh, it happens. Oh, it happens to the best of us. I hope today it's just me and my thoughts. How about this? We're going to go universal law of attraction in reverse. I hope there's 0 thumbs up today. I hope there's 0 viewers. I hope there's 0 children. I hope it's just me and my rant and my music. I hope we get copywritten laws by YouTube again. Whoa! I hope they shadow ban me in secret some more. Yes, please. Sofa City, sweetheart. Let's fucking rock this bitch. Bitcha. Bitcha, 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 bitcha. Ah! I want to publish zines. I want to rage against machines. I want to pierce my tongue. It doesn't hurt. It feels just fucking fine. I love dejection, rejection, and obsession. I love it so much. I love putting my heart and soul into these videos. 144 days in a row I am, with little to no anything to show for it. Nothing. Flower, yo, what's happening? I thought it was just me and my mischief. I'm glad you're here. Happy 4th of July to you. Happiness all around. What's your favorite flower? I'm going to go with tulips. Brilliantly bold, subtly succulent, and only good for about a week of the year. But man, that 1 week of the year, holy shit, isn't that fantastical? Wow, what's up? Rang, how are you? Buttercup flowers. I don't know if I know buttercup flowers. I want to know them. Melbourne, interactive entertainment. Hello, happy Australia Day. I love things down under. How are things down under with you? How's your down? I don't know. I think there's a gas leak in the basement. I really do. From Indonesia, that's fine. Great, I love it. What's happening in Indonesia? What kind of desserts do you have in Indonesia? I bet they're incredible and buttery. I don't know why. If you could only listen to one album for the rest of your life, it's a very depressing answer, but I love the question. I'm going to pose it back to you. Kaiser Sose. My album, Deserted Island, only one album for the rest of the life, is Oasis Be Here Now, because I'm super awesome. And I'm super modern. Those are all opposite things. But I would go Be Here Now by Oasis. Otherwise, I would go Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys. How about yourself? Please say it's something really, really great, like Graduation by Kanye West. That would be my bold prediction. But anything you want, it's fine. Any album. A dual greatest hits, perhaps. Maybe there was a dual David Bowie greatest hits album I had growing up. That was phenomenal. Nothing but the jams. Kick out the jams, motherfucker. Any hooser. I'm from Manchester. Wow. Well, shit. Kaiser, what are you doing here? Oasis, their fucking 25th anniversary concert. I think it already happened, actually. Carry the one. It's like midnight there, is it not? Kaiser, what time is it? Is it about midnight where you are? My big mouth. Yeah, I like it. Fucking great. Who would have thought? What a weird island we're on. We only get like 7 viewers a stream and one is an Oasis fan. It's a golden ticket day. I should buy a lottery ticket. It's going to be a good thing. It's 12:15 a.m. here. Winner. Fucking mud pie dinner. Yeah, that's me. I guessed it right. My geographical math is pretty on point. Couldn't figure out what 18 divided by 3 is if I tried. Actually, I think it's 6. But you know what I'm saying? For some reason, when I math maps, it works out in my favor. It's from all the traveling I did when I was a younger buckaroo. But I would really enjoy having been a fly on the wall for the Oasis reunion concert, which they just made so much money. I didn't even, I should look at what the set list was. I'm a little excited right now over that. Wow, that's a lot of letters and consonants in a row for me. What time do you have at the USA? Well, right now I'm in Central Standard Time, which means absolutely nothing to anybody else that's not in America. That means I'm in the middle of nothing. I'm not too high, I'm not too low. I'm right in the smack dab middle. It is 5:16 p.m. right now. It is about time for me to think about dinner. It is the 4th of July here, which is a lie. We're born in the United States as recipients of lies. Our Independence Day was actually 2 days ago, but for some reason we falsified that, and it's really, we celebrate it today for some stupid reason, where people all over do stupid parades where you get candy and it's hotter than fuck or it's raining, and then at night you watch fireworks and it scares the fuck out of our dogs. Meh, it's fine. That's just reality. Damn, indeed. Joy Division. Oh, that was an album. Was that an album of the Catool? I don't know what that means. Damn, brah. Yeah, thanks so much. Yeah. I am an Oasis fan. I'm proud of it. As proud as an Oasis fan in Wisconsin can be. It's just who I am. It's what I am. I am nutty. They don't call me nutty for nothing. It is the Nutty Nation here on a 4th of July and right now a 5th of July. For you lovely people over yonder across the pond. Trust me, I'd rather be there. My feed on social media is primarily Scotland and England. And like the calming parts of it, not the oversaturated populous parts of like London, because that would be tragic to me. I would not want that. But like the constantly drizzling Scotland, the horizon and the views and the greens, and I miss that. I miss Ireland a lot too. Like not the lack of females. That's always uncanny to me that you go to Ireland and it's nothing but dudes. But, the serenity of it all. I miss that. I miss the slower where you have to walk to go to the bank. You have to walk to go to your letterbox, post office, if you call it that. If you want food, you got to walk to it. Everything here is so fast and so stupid to me. It's nonstop stupidity. And I get built off of lies. Wait, Wisconsin, tell me you're a Packers fan. I could tell you that, but I don't want to lie to you. I don't want to be the token American who's full of lies. I am not a Packers fan. When I managed a bar, I was, because my money depended on me cheering for the Packers. I don't really care. I'm not like against them. I'm not for them. I would say in that division, the NFC North, I would probably cheer for like the Vikings. No, I don't know. I'm not a huge Packer fan. I think it's wasteful what they do. I don't like what they do in the front office. I've got my own thoughts. And it was pushed down my throat from the age of like 7 to be a Packers fan. So I grew up a Cowboys fan, and I thought the cheerleaders were hotter. How you doing today? I'm pretty good. Pretty all right. I had like 4.5 days of pure depression. And it's coming and going. I woke up today from a nap, and I felt pretty all right. And then I posted my sketch, and it got really rare shitty results. So that's not rare at all. It's common, the results on that. Very underplayed fat J.D. Vance, which is our vice president in the great United States of America. And then I got depressed again. And then I was like, wait, you know what? Who cares? Let's put on a good song and let's get through this depression. How are you? So I'm much better today compared to what I was the last 4 days. But still not great. But, coming out of the darkness a little bit. I thought we'd best friends and we could do karate in the garage. Did we just become best friends? Yeah. Fuck yeah. What was the Better Homes and Gardens? John Stamos. You do not get that guy's autograph. Fuck, I fucked up I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie, but I love it. Same as before. I hear you. Something about tulips, man. I love tulips. Back to flowers. My favorite flower. Like I said, you wait all year in anticipation for this moment. They're so beautiful and amazing when they sprout. And then they're dead for the other 51 weeks of the year. I'm talking about tulips, people. We can talk about anything you want. Shannon, what is happening? Who's your favorite president? Spoiler alert, mine is not our current president of the United States. I think, ironically, there's nobody that's voted that's been from America, which is A-okay with me. There's a big bill that's going to be passed today in America. It's called the Big Beautiful Bill. I don't need to get political, but I'm very anti this bill. I don't like it. I look like Bam Margera. Thank you. Yeah, because he did a lot of alcohol and a lot of drugs, and he lost his way and gained a lot of weight. I actually, before I started my sketch comedy freight train here, I was going to do a sketch about him, and I was going to do friend auditions with other celebrities that were fuck ups, and just never came to fruition because he cleaned up his life momentarily. I'm sure he'll relapse. I wish him the best, but I'm sure he'll relapse, and then I'll do the sketch, and I think it'll be beautiful. It'll be a big, beautiful sketch about me shitting on Bam Margera. Well, thank you so much. If he weren't an addict. Oh, if he weren't an addict. Well, thank you so much. I didn't read the rest of it. I just went on my own tangent. That's kind of what I do, Kaiser. That's kind of what happens here in the Nut Fest? Yeah, we can call it the Nut Fest, the Nut Sack. You know, it's Nutty Nation, people. Yeah, but that was a sketch I was going to do. He got in so much trouble in such a little bit of a little token of time, a little bit. And now he's just like, man, all I need are like some tasty waves and some buds, man. No, he just wants to skateboard, and that's cool. I wish him the best, even though I hope he fails so I can make a sketch out of it, which nobody watches anyway. Like I said, I made the fat JD Vance one. I thought it was hilarious. Nobody liked it. Nobody gets it. It's fine. But it's so funny when you make a meme, which is no originality at all. You have AI do it. You make a meme up, and you put like 6 words. It can go viral. It gets like 80,000 likes. I am the character. I bought $50 in wardrobe to be this meme. I brought a meme to life. 117 clicks. No likes, no comments. Like, what am I doing wrong? I'm not even bitching. It's just comical that I spent $50. I became this character. I became the fat JD Vance, and I get nothing. It's just funny. I feel like I'm trying too hard. I think if I tried less on social media, I'd be so much more popular. Like, if I was just like, here's a piece of shit, they'd be like, oh my God, this is brilliant. Do that one sampling of that guy that's like, I had 1 fan, and that got me through. And then I had 2 fans, and then I had 3, and then all that shit's viral. It's so stupid. He's reckless. He's a spiral again for sure. Let's hope, just for the sake of comedy, so I can do a sketch. You know what I watch? I don't know if anybody follows Canada at all, but there was a documentary I watched, I think on Netflix yesterday. You guys remember this crazy guy who used to be the mayor of Toronto? He admittedly did crack cocaine. Sadly, he was gone too soon. He had a tumor, is cancerous. Sad story. The fact of the matter is, if he was around today, this was 2013. I wasn't doing sketch comedy then. I was an actor in LA, failing at that, but I didn't do anything on my own. If he was around today, I would do so much of him. It would be so amazing. I would have shaved my beard for him and just done it because he was just like, yeah, I've done crack cocaine. What of it? Sometimes I get too drunk and I do crazy ass drugs. And this documentary is less than 50 minutes long. It was majestic. I watched it and I instantly felt better about my life. It was amazing. Hello from the UK. Melissa, that's a popular place right now. I love it. Melissa, are you an Oasis fan? That is my favorite band. No shit. No bullshit. Somebody asked, what album would you listen to if you could only listen to one album for the rest of your life? Mine is Be Here Now by Oasis. Arguably their biggest disappointing album of all time is my favorite, ironically. I love it so much. And they just reformed, and their 25th year hiatus show, the first show allegedly was last night. I don't even know if it got canceled, if it got rained out, if they played it, how many songs they played. I have no idea. I want to know so desperately, but I'm here for you. I'm here because of you. I will answer your questions. We can play games, whatever you want to do. Now, it's life. Random people get lucky and popular. They're always into brain rot stuff. Exactly. There's not a lot of stimulation, titillation across the nation here. When I'm just kind of like phasing through social media and the shorts and stuff, I get the weirdest fucking shit. And I listen to essentially just positive people. But I get the fucking, I'm just a small creator. Please listen to me. And it's never their actual voice, right? I get that a lot. I just get some weird shit like, this is how I make pudding, and it's just, I don't know. Not anybody doing anything original, nobody's real voice, it doesn't matter. Melissa, are you an Oasis fan? Yes, let's go with Oasis. I'm not Oasis, I cheated ahead. That was bold of me. Never shaved the beard. With great beard comes great responsibility. Kaiser, I like you so much. I couldn't agree more. You know, for a magnitude of weeks here, I've been called a terrorist and asked to go back to Iraq or Iran or a conjunction of both. I couldn't even find them on a map. I get it. The beard is unruly, but I love it. And I'm 3.5% Jewish. That's not a brag. That's not a boast. It's just reality. And On occasion, I get my Jewish curls on my receding hairline, and I'm quite proud of it. I love it very much. And ironically, the majority of my body is made up by German descent, is what I'm told. I don't trust the 23andMe's. I don't trust the DNA results, because if something were to happen astronomically bad to me, that stuff is leaked out. Like, they can get my DNA from that, so I would rather avoid that trap. Not saying anything that's going to happen, just in the event. But I appreciate that. I'm not an Oasis fan. I'm more of an American band gal. Oh, Melissa, tell me stories. What's your favorite American band? Hopefully they have America in the name, like the band America. On a Horse with No Name. Sister Golden Hair. How about that? Look at me rattling. All American Rejects would be a band with America in the name. Yeah, like AI, CGI, random corruption. Yeah, cartoons. Exactly. Cringy adult shit. It's just the same stuff recycled. And they follow for it. Like, I'm a content creator. This is day 3 of me posting shit. I'm on 144 days in a row with an original sketch. And I'm going out of my mind. And I'm already an out of my mind human being. So it's even more mindless and self-indulgent. Which reminds me, Mindless Self-Indulgence is a great band. You should check them out. Okay. I have been bearded for about 10 years. Nice. My beard is not very strong. You, however... Thank you so much. A fantastic beard indeed. Lumberjack. Yeah, I look like a wrestler who lost his way. I'm very alert and self-aware, and I appreciate the kind words. Thank you so much. I dated a gal in Los Angeles, California when I lived there, and she was obsessed with something called the Beard Club. It was a group of like-minded individuals with curious facial hair, and they groomed it every single day to like the max of their ability. And then they had different award ceremonies. It was a lot of fun, a lot of alcohol, a lot of PBRs being drank, however you want to say it. A lot of awards. So you had like best beard, you had best sideburns, things of that nature. It was very fun to go to. If you're into that, if they have a beard society where you're at, you should look them up. I'm into Black Veil Brides. That would be an artist, I believe you're referring to. And I'm not sure if I know that. Is there a more corporate version of them that I would recognize? Somebody that's of that same ilk that isn't necessarily Black Veil Brides that I might know. Perhaps a younger version, as I'm 42 and struggling to identify with the world's youth. You can just watch my content and know that there's a struggle. There's a great divide of me being old and aged versus the reality of young people and humor. Because obviously I'm out of touch, which is a song by, I believe, Hall & Oates, which is a great band. I'm into Black Veil. Oh, yep, got that already. Better presidents. Are you guys into politics? We don't have to talk about politics, but I'm just curious. How's the political climate in England? Is it jolly old? Is it good? Is it bad? Does anybody care? I really don't care. It's shoveled down our throats a lot here. Like a lot. Like this big, beautiful bill that they're passing today, I think is one of the worst bills of all time. That's my personal opinion, and they just sell it. We're very good at marketing and sales here, except for me personally. Flower, do you know who Black Veil Brides are? I would love to know. I'd love to know what song I should... If there was one song that's like going to hook me in, like reel me in so I can join their fan club, the BVBs, so I can be a member of the BVB fan club. What's one song by Black Veil Brides I must listen to? And I will write it down. I'm a man of many Post-it notes, and I'm happy to take notes. Somebody referred me to somebody on social media yesterday, and I checked it out. I respond to every comment, every email, everything possible. Yeah, happy to write it down. What year would you like to be at, Nutty? What era? I'd like to be 17 again, and that year was the year 2000. I would give anything to be back there. I was in top physical performance. I was like 100 pounds lighter. I had looks, I had charisma, and I had foolish confidence. I didn't know any better. It was when you're of the age where you feel like you know everything and you have everything figured out, and you're just dumb, and you don't know it, right? You're just ignorant, and you have no idea that you don't know things, and you're just blissful. You're like, I got it all figured out. I'm 17 years old. I'm taking over the planet. And the older I get, the more dumb I know I am. Like, I just know I know nothing. And the things I thought I knew were just careless and reckless. But there is freedom behind that. I was so passionate. Everything was a discovery, right? It was just like I was learning something new. The smell of a woman, you know, how to slow dance, how to make out in the rain, right? How to enjoy a rom-com movie and really be in the moment of really everything and anything. cutting class and making out with your girlfriend under a bridge. Like all those like the coming of age moments I desperately miss because everything now is so saturated, so overstimulated, so bright, so nonsensical. I just miss a simpler time. I watch a lot of 80s romance comedies. They're kind of my go-to, especially lately. They make me happy. And I just think of how pure that is and how time was slowed then. You know what I mean? I love that. I love when John Cusack was funny. And I love when he like looked at a woman's eyes and he meant what he said. Anyway, how about you? What era for you? I wouldn't really want to try out the 60s or 70s. I think I would be so fucked. I'd be like, if my truck broke down or my car broke down, how do I get help? There'd be no warranties on my vehicle. I would have no internet to map out where I needed to be. When the year 2000, phones were around, they weren't very good advanced, but you had what was called MapQuest. And as long as you didn't spill soda or water on it, like you would be able to find your way, you could navigate. I don't like asking for directions. I don't like being lost. I don't like having to figure out organically who the 14th president of the United States was. I'd like just picking up a phone and finding the answer, even if it was slower speeds. So that would be mine without thought. I'd go back to 17 years old. I just would love it. Just for like a weekend even. Like just be like, man, this was so pure. You know what I mean? Everything tasted better. You didn't worry as much. I didn't. Mostly listen to music. I play the piano. Oh, that's great. What's your favorite thing to play on the piano? Bleeders. BVB. I think it's good. I'm writing it down. Bleeders. I can't write down BVB because then I'm going to be like, what the fuck is that? Black Veil Brides. Black. I like the name as a man who's been married 3 different times. Veil Brides. It takes me a while. I'm a lefty. I'm in my right mind. But I wrote it down. Somebody told me to check out this YouTuber yesterday. He's like, there's a lot of similarities between you and this person. I'm like, oh, great, because I feel very isolated and alone most of the time with what I'm doing, because I do it every single day. And it is a gauntlet. It's a marathon, not a sprint, for sure. And I looked it up, and it's this Canadian person that does illustrations. You don't even see his face. He's got like 5 million followers. And his illustrations are good. They're funny. But you can't compare them. It's like comparing a donut to a tire. Like it made no sense. I appreciate it. I'm not saying I'm not going to enjoy Black Veil Brides. I think I really will. It sounds like My Chemical Romance just in the names. I'm not quite sure, but yeah. I like to go way back in like medieval times. Do you have a medieval times where you're at, like the restaurant where they joust and you get like a Cornish game hen and you call your waitresses wenches? Do you have that where you're at? Or do you have like, what the fuck is it called? Is it, the Renaissance Fair. Do you have the Renaissance Fair where you're at? Renaissance fairs can be super duper fun. I've been to them across the United States sporadically. It's either 1,000 degrees outside or it's raining. There's no happy medium. I don't think the Renaissance Fair exists with good weather. The years just chip all the good parts of me away. I totally relate to that. Now I'm miserable, old bastard. My dad did warn me. Yeah, so did mine. They always say don't get old, especially when they get up and their body breaks. Like, it's so true. I thought about this today and I was dwelling on it. And there's an artist, rest in peace, B.B. King, one of the great blues musicians of all time. One of his best songs was The Thrill Is Gone. He wrote The Thrill Is Gone, one of the best blues songs of all time. And he lived 40 years after that song was released. So here's a broken down man who's playing the blues for nothing. Fucking 40 years after he lost the thrill inside of him, he had to go on with his life for 40 more years. He was broken and dead inside. And he still carried on 40 more years. And I'm like, fuck, if I live 40 more years, I feel like that right now, like the thrill is gone. Once in a while, I'll get a sketch going. And I feel alive and I feel great, but it's short-lived. It's just like, you ever try to burn a hair? You know how it just goes singes? And that's kind of how I feel personality-wise lately. I just feel like I need something, like a new voice, like a new goal, like something to look up to and like adore. Maybe this Black Veil Bride is it. Maybe it'll be so inspiring that I'll be like, fucking A, let's go to town. Let's go to Pound Town, USA. Let's do this. One of my favorite lines to play at the piano is In the Dark. Oh, like you like playing in the dark. I love it. You sound so amazing and so similar to me. Uh, so do you, Kaiser. You sound like we have a lot in common. So yeah, I mean, getting old fucking sucks. All a man truly needs is a med and a good hairlet of. I think you mean like a good meal and something good to drink. But there's a language barrier, and I'm not that intelligent. But I love it. Yes, sometimes you just need a good meal and you need a good bed. Even though I sleep on the floor primarily, it's just easier on my body. I don't know why. I'm more comfortable on the floor. Again, I'm nutty. I'm very odd. In the UK, it's still common to call women a witch. Interesting. Interesting. The only time I can do that kind of legally here is if I go to medieval times, and I haven't been in medieval times since the first marriage, which would have been Carrie the One around 20 years ago. Fuck, that's been a long time. In Chicago, Illinois, there was a medieval times. They knighted us, husband and wife. There's a photo that she burned somewhere that doesn't exist anymore. So I have no recollection aside from being jousted and thinking the chicken and cola was good, because that's what it is. They're like, "Sire, your Cornish game hen," and it's just chicken. It's a quarter piece of it's fine. The UK, yep, I would like that. It'd be which they. So I live in a city called Germantown, actually, and there's a lot of German restaurants, and they wear the what the fuck? I can't think of it now, but where their boobs are out of their shirt. I love that. Same kind of deal with medieval times. Why? Not a corset. It's a fucking, I can't remember. A dirndl. A dirndl. They call it a dirndl, and I love a dirndl. I'm a boob guy. I'm not an ass guy. I'm a boob guy through and through. Best goal for me is to sleep alone again and again. Yeah, I mean, it's a lonely thing. Like, being human is really difficult. You know, that's why I want to be 17 again, because you thought there was promise. You thought there was hope. You thought if you did your best, you'd get rewarded. And now it's like the harder I try, the more isolated I feel. Like the more alone I feel. Like when I was just doing this just to have fun and whatever, I was doing okay result-wise. And now that I'm trying really hard with it, and like I'm researching the right tags and hashtags, it's lonely and it sucks. It's worse. I'm with you. It's just the harder you try, just like when you like somebody. When I had a crush on a woman, if I let them know and I was super kind to them, they fucking hated me. But if I was a dick to them and I could care less, they always wanted me. It was so weird. Like, why can't things just make sense and be logical? I don't know. Guys, I was just about to explain that. Thanks, bro. Yeah. Huh. So, anybody hear anything about the Oasis concert yesterday? It would have been yesterday for you guys, or earlier in the day. I'm so eager to find out, did they play? What song did they open with? I'm going to guess that they opened with Rock and Roll Star or Live Forever. Those would be my two guesses. If I were Oasis, I love the song Hello. I would open with Hello, but I could get down with either of them. Maybe they played like Gas Panic and just threw everybody off. There was a Las Vegas odds of what song they would play first on the reunion tour. And then there was odds whether or not they would even play the concert. So if they didn't end up playing the concert and you said, no, they're not going to play, would have been kind of fucking hilarious, really. I did not put any money on it. It's just like betting my basketball team or the Indiana Pacers. I could not bet on the Indiana Pacers in the finals because the realist in me knew they weren't going to win, but the optimist in me was like, I can't bet against them because I think it would just be bad juju. Honestly, saying regarding being a dick to women and them liking you here in England is treat them mean, keep them keen. I like that. Treat them mean, keep them keen. Yeah, I don't know. You get kind of over that. It's funny. My lady watches this shitty show called Love Island, and I know there's variations of it in other countries, so you might have Love Island there. Basically, it's a bunch of 20-somethings that want to be reality TV stars, and they are from the show. And they just fuck everybody. They sleep in the same bed as them. And it's just, you interview them, and then they're like, I just want to find my one true love. And then on the show, they're like, I like the bad boys. And then when they have to like be honest about something they regret in their life and be like, I've cheated on every girl I've ever been with. And then all of a sudden they clap. And the girls are like, oh my God, he's so hot. He's so good looking. And he just openly admitted that he's basically going to fuck around on you. And they're like, here's my vagina. It doesn't make any sense. My friend apparently spent a fortune for the tickets, and I'm pretty sure they went backstage too. Wow. I know they were so expensive that Oasis decided not to even give any of the tickets to their friends and family. There was no freebies whatsoever, which is unheard of in that industry. Usually you have kickbacks and you have free things. Nah. Ew. Yeah, it's like making love. Yeah, the flower. Yeah, a tulip. Let's make a tulip together. Oh, Love Island is a bunch of tan people that have way too much Botox sleeping with every bloke on the island. Yeah, exactly. So you have it there. You have a slightly different variation, just like Traders, like the show Traders, but they're not sleeping together. Yeah, Love Island. That you end the show. I've only seen clips and bits, but it angers me to no end. I don't like that kind of TV. Again, I'm a rom-com '80s guy. You wouldn't know it by looking at me, but I like a good heartfelt, comical love story in simpler times. Anyway, they spend the night with these people, like in the same bed, and they like rotate. I'm like, so what's the future of reality TV? Like, is it just gonna be like, here's my dick, you wanna fuck? And then it just shows these various people fucking? Like, and then we don't even have like STDs anymore. What happened to STDs? Not like I want them back, but I feel like STDs don't exist anymore. Like, there's no fear. There's just like, let's fuck on film, who cares? And then hopefully we get famous and we get like, sent free shit and we can be influencers. Like, what the fuck? I don't know why people support such disgusting show. I don't know either. I'm not for it. I do like the show Traders if you have it. I've watched a lot of variations. There's an Australia one I like. There's a New Zealand one. Traders, for some reason, is my only bad TV. Like, the only TV that I think is just horrible that I enjoy, and I just love how bad it is. But nobody's fucking, like, physically fucking each other. They're just trying to fuck each other over and get some money. That's it. I don't really watch TV. In fact, I don't watch TV at all anymore. The brain rot. Yeah, Melissa, that's the way to go. That's the pro-choice. When I lived in LA, I couldn't afford a TV. So I went like years without a TV, and I was fine. But then there's pieces when I try to do like parallels, and I'm researching if I'm doing a sketch comedy thing, and I'm researching, say, Mark Wahlberg or something for a sketch. There's like a huge chunk of time where I have zero knowledge of culture, of social interactions and like music, and there's like years where I didn't listen to anything new. I didn't watch anything new. I had no idea what was going on in the world. I was so consumed by trying to make this dream come true as an actor that like I said, I didn't have a TV. Sure, I had a phone and an internet, but I had no idea. Like the show Scandal, like I watched that like a couple years ago, and I'm like, when was this even out? I didn't even know. So when the new episodes were there, no idea. No, if you guys know what that show is, it doesn't matter if you do or not. But the relevance is I just was, and I was happy. I was happy not knowing what I missed because I didn't know. I was so focused on my work. And now I have to know kind of everything because if say, Bam Margera falls off the wagon tomorrow, I would like to know because I'd make a sketch out of it. Not that I'm happy that he did that, but comedically speaking, I think there's a lot of material there. Anybody that I could look or sound like, if they fuck up, I feel like there's gold there. Even when nobody watches, I feel like it's something I need to do. I need to be at the pulse of misery. Don't watch TV. Brain rot is everything now. Yeah, the blue lights targeting kids' views, these crap. Yeah, it's a distraction. It's bad. And I have depersonalization as it is. And the screen time is absurd for me. Because of what I do and what I try to do, I'm at like 14 hours a day with my cell phone. And that, not by choice. That's between live stream, posting things, filming things, editing things. And again, right now, no results. And I'm not complaining about that. That's just my reality. But it's way too much. I think when I stop this journey or saga or whatever, I think I'm just going to go no phone, like very little TV for like a month. You know what I mean? Like I quit drinking a couple years ago for over a year and a half. I just quit drinking. I'm like, I don't want to drink anymore. I think I want to do that with electronics. Like I don't want to. I'd love to get to a point where somebody else can film me, and I'm just never on an electronic. Like I'll just do what I want to do for the sketches, do mediocre research, like just enough to know what I need, and then just be done. But I'm with you. Always remember, guys, you are still a child of God. Amen. Yes, you are. I've prayed more in the last month than I think I've prayed my entire life, and the answers I've been receiving tell me that God has a sense of humor. He doesn't find me funny, but he certainly has a sense of humor. Like, I'll tell you a little quick story here. on the 4th of July here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, I prayed and I'm like, dude, I'm working so hard. Please give me a sign that I'm either on the right track or I need to quit and do something else. I'm laying on the floor wondering what I am doing with my life. I'm 42 years old. I'm miserable. I'm not getting any results for all my hard work. All of a sudden I hear this thump, like on the wall, on the ceiling. I swear to God. And I'm like, what could this be? I look and it's a balloon. I had a sketch from February of this year, the end of February, where I bought these helium balloons. Somehow, some way, they barely have any air in them left. There's a balloon is going up and down. And I'm like, it was a nuisance, but not enough for me to get up. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll close my eyes, pretend it's not there. This balloon goes, and I have a fan on. I'm like, there's no way that this balloon's going to reach the fan. It does. It goes behind the balloon. And have you ever heard, it's like a mule being butchered. A helium-deflated balloon being sucked into a fan. It's like, it's horrible. I had to get up. I look at the balloon, and I just got done praying to God about answers and all this stuff. And the balloon, I swear, I don't even remember buying this specific balloon, and I have a great memory. It said, today is your lucky day. And I'm like, I don't even remember getting this balloon for the sketch. And it said, today is your lucky day. And I took a photo of it. I should post it somewhere. And I thought it was a sign, and it was one of the worst days ever yesterday. It was really a dismal, terrible day yesterday. And I'm like, God has a sense of humor. He's listening. He just doesn't like my sense of humor. Anyway, but yes, I am totally right there. No, I'm not single. I am in a committed relationship. It's a sign, perhaps. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the lucky day would be because it wasn't yesterday. It's probably not today. That's just fucking... I think it was a joke. I think somebody up there in heaven is looking down on me, laughing profusely at me. And that's okay. That happens. You're better than me by much. Not really. I mean, it's... I'm at home 95% of the time. I don't go anywhere anymore. I am completely dumbfounded and senile when it comes to this, what I'm doing. Like, I am so disillusioned. I'm in my head that I've already made it. Like, via laws of attraction, right? Or laws of vibration, laws of energy. I've committed. I am so crazy in the head that I feel I already belong where I see myself. Like, so when I get the results that don't rival my thought and my belief, it really trips my balls. Like, I'm just like so confused by it. But I'm so in my head that I've sold myself. I think I would pass a lie detector test. Like, if the lie detector test came and said, how many subscribers do you have on YouTube? I would say 1.3 million. Because I see it in my brain and it's tattooed there. And the actual number decreases day by day. I'm not gaining followers, I'm losing them. But I believe it, and I'd be like, okay, well, who do you think your peers are in this culture? And I would name, like, Joe Rogan-esque comedians, not Joe Rogan per se, but yeah, I'm so committed to this that I'm delusional, which is what you need to do to manifest what you want, but it's not working for me. I don't know. I'm the exception to every rule. I've always fallen through the cracks. Yeah, well, pretty much. The cracks my entire life. This is no different. I've given my all to this process. And it's so baffling that I've really followed all the laws of attraction and it just hasn't panned out yet. But I'm still here. I would still fucking do the lie detector test. I bet I would pass. I really do believe, heart of hearts, that I belong in the upper echelon of comedy and sketch performers. Anyway, where I live is hard for me to get even a friendship, shy and loner type. Yeah, I'm with you. I have no friends now. I mean, I've got my lady and that's it. Which I'm lucky and grateful and blessed to have my lady, but there's sometimes that what I'm doing causes so much stress on our relationship. It's very difficult because I need to do one sketch a day, whether or not she's included with it or not. I put out ads on Facebook, on Craigslist, to try to get somebody to film with me. Nobody wants to do it. I'm in one of the largest cities in the Midwest. Nobody wants to do it. I've offered $20, which isn't a lot, but it's all I have, because the average sketch for me takes less than an hour to film. More to edit and everything else. And I'm like, I don't care what you look like, just be over the age of 18. 3 people liked it. Nobody commented, nobody emailed. There's nobody. It's just me. Anyway, but I do have help. People need help because mostly the war happening now, it's getting kicked out, their hopes because of conflict. Yeah, I agree. It's tough times. It's tough times all over, and it's not a lot of fun. Would you say you're superstitious? My unlucky number is 13 of the shittiest things I have happened to me on Friday the 13th. Really? So you just had a recent shitfest. Because I remember I did the sketch. I did a Freaky Friday the 13th sketch where usually I play a lady character. Again, because nobody will film with me, I have to play all the characters in my own imaginary world here. And then I reversed it. So then he was trapped in her body and vice versa. Anyway, so I'm sorry you had a recent misery. I have no Friday. I have no end of the week. I have no weekend. I have no vacation. I have no Monday. Every day is like a Monday for me. Even though it's the 4th of July and it's a holiday here and it's everybody's drinking, having fun, barbecuing, grilling, I'm here in the basement. I'm creating content. There is no end. There is no beginning. It's a revolving door for me all the time. And that's really difficult when you don't have any results to stay motivated and stay like optimistic about it. But again, I'm so disillusioned by this fact that I see myself where I know I belong. I'm just so far from it. 144 days in a row, one sketch every single day, 144 days. I'm on day 144 today. And I'm getting less and less views, less and less likes, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But yet I still feel like I belong in the Burt Kreischers, the Tom Segura's of the world. You know what I mean? I believe I write better sketch comedy material than most of the people that are out there and doing well. But again, I'm just batshit crazy. I must be. I don't know. As for English, I literally learned it on, and I'm still learning it. You're doing great, Flower. Your English is very well. It's very good. Well, appreciate your English and your kind words. I really do. And don't stop fighting, right? Like, that's the one thing. Like, you can't give up, even though I've thought about it. Many thousands of times, especially the last week. It's been so tough. It's been so tough. And like I'm releasing one and now it's 38 minutes. There's another one today. The one I released earlier for Fat JD Vance, no traction. And then I asked ChatGPT, I'm like, well, should I just get kicked in the nuts one more time today and like post the other one at 6:30 p.m. local time? And he's just like, yeah, you should just post it. And I'm just like, fuck. Well, that means I got to do 2 sketches tomorrow. It's fine. I'm fine. Yeah, but do you have any ideas or views of how I can enhance my English? I know a lot of people have learned English. I think you're very polished, honestly. If I were you and you wanted to be better, I would obsess over a TV show. A lot of people that learned English learned it by watching the show Friends. You could watch a show like Seinfeld or Friends and hear how they carry like normal conversations with one another. Or Always Sunny in Philadelphia, anything that's been on a long period of time. Or there's people I know that learned English by listening to the Beatles, right? You learn it, you adapt to it. I think overall your English is very well. It's hard to tell, especially with me, because I get so few people, especially in live streams. And when I do, they're usually teenagers or younger, which is so baffling to me because I do click the adults only tab, which it makes me click many, many times. And I don't get a whole lot of people. I'm grateful for you guys hanging out and stuff. I really am. But it's like I don't get a whole lot of adults or really anybody in these streams. And it's so funny because there was a dude today. Sleeping. He looked like my size with no beard. He was sleeping on a couch and he had 7 people watching him and he had 7 thumbs up. And I'm like, this whole last week, I've never had more than 7 thumbs up. And I've never had more than 7 people watching at one time for more than like 4 seconds. And I'm like, this fucker, all he's doing is sleeping. He's offering nothing. And I'm like, how? Like, what am I doing wrong? And you gotta just go past it. But yeah, they fake their age. Yeah, I agree. They do. And they're usually from other countries, which is fine. It's just like you can tell their English is not nearly what yours is. Languages are good to learn. I never liked it because I'm Welsh. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I think there's a stigma about being an old American and we feel like we don't need to learn anything. If I was going to live in a different country that spoke a different language, like if I was going to move to Nice, France, right, I would spend as much time as I could trying to learn the language so I could be as respectful and poignant with my words as humanly possible. But most people do not subscribe to that. They're just like, we're American, we don't have to do that, which is false. I think we're slipping, and I think we're slipping fast. But that's my opinion. I'm not anti-America. I'm just kind of bummed about this new law that's being passed. And I'm super bummed that my video didn't get any fucking traction. Oh, YouTube. Speaking of, we should check the poll. I'm about ready to try to do something tonight. I don't know, try to get my spirits up somehow. There are fireworks. I don't want to go to them. My lady does. Sometimes I got to suck it up, Buttercup. Yeah, here, our school doesn't teach us English. Really, or any other language. It was the war. I was still growing and learning. That's interesting. I would think that they could. But YouTube is a wealth of information when you're not getting fucking trolls and people doing the same shit repetitively. You can learn so much. Like if I wanted to learn French, I could do it for free, right? Just watching videos, watching relatability things. But if I knew no English at all, or if I knew no like Spanish, I would just watch like, what is it, Telemundo, whatever it is with the outlandish soap operas. I would pick something I liked to watch, and I would listen to them and see how they non-verbally responded to what they were saying and try to adapt that and learn the language that way. That's what I would do. But I'm also nutty and crazy and disillusioned, as we've learned today. It's great for me because I don't speak Welsh, but it's amazing when somebody is chatting shit about you and you respond back in their face. Yeah, that's exactly what happens when I get pedicures, which is my only lap of luxury. The only non-peasant thing that I won't do is clip my toenails. But I don't speak Thai. I don't speak Mandarin. So, but I understand. It would be just glorious and glamorous for me to respond in their native tongue. Spring ass, how are you? How's your 4th of July? Tell me stories. How's your weekend? Let's check the polls, check the votes. In the meantime, if you're watching this later, thank you. Nobody does. Feel free to like. It's free. It'll feel mildly good inside. Give me the thumbs up. That is my currency. Please like, share, and subscribe. I could use all the subscribers I get now that I'm losing them for my daily sketches. That goes in streams, right? You get a couple bad sketches, you lose some subscribers and followers, and then you get like a couple relatability, relationship sketches that I do, and then it goes back up a little bit. Nothing too big, nothing too small. I'm just kind of live on like a 2 out of a 10 scale. All right, our poll right now. Best U.S. president. We're going to go, the leader is Trump. Okay. Well, if you ask him, he is the best president of all time in the United States. Second, it's a tie. Abraham Lincoln and Obama. The last place. No votes for George Washington. Oh, boy. The guy that gave us our independence because he was such a badass. Nobody voted for George Washington. It's okay. It's your poll. It's your show. It's fine. It's no problem. Oh, thank you, Melissa. I appreciate that. I'm grateful for that. But I can't watch. I'm gonna thank you so much, Spring Ass. That's fine. Yes, I'm not for everybody. There are a lot of parents. I had some fans that were there like every day, which was really nice. And I think their parents slowly found out what they were watching and became parents and were like, we can't have you watching this big guy anymore. He talks too inappropriately. And I do that because I try not to have any censorship on the show. I try to genuinely say and talk to everybody like we're equals and we're adults here. But if you're 11 or 12, I totally get it. If you're here and you're that age, great. I won't say anything, you know what I mean? But I don't want to know. Like I just want to be me, right? And I just want you to be you. Like, why can't we just be who we really are and call it a day? What happened where we have to hide behind masks and pretend like we're going to be somebody we're not? I'm the same person off this camera that I am in front of it. Like, I'm just fucked up and mentally ill and just crazy as fuck. But I'm also passionate and I care a lot about humanity and other people. Either way, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I must know what happened with the Oasis concert. I have to cheat on the set list. I've seen them so many times in the past that they usually stick to a routine set list. And I'm so eager, Beaver, to see what it is. Their tickets here are a lot of money. They're like $300 a ticket. I think that's way too many people and way too much money to see them when they're not really in it for the right reasons. I think it's a cash grab, but I can't wait to see it. Anyway, I'm grateful for all of you. Have a lovely evening. I will end it how I always end it after I read this last one. Do you have any interesting stories or something weird happened to you? I have so much weirdity. I have so many interesting stories. There's a lot of miles under this headband. I've done a lot. I've been all over. And would you game soon or later because you fit VG vibes? What is VG? Virtual gaming? I don't know what that means. Viral gaming? I'm not sure. I'm not making fun. I genuinely don't know. Yeah, I do not game. I play John Madden football once a week for the 18, 19 weeks of the NFL season. That's about it. I don't game. I should game. I think if I gamed and did this show, I'd have a lot more viewership. I don't have time for a lot of that stuff, right? I'm not saying I'm too good for it. It doesn't have the allure. Like if I had an hour and a half to myself, I would watch a John Cusack movie from the 80s where you find love and you come of age and everything's pure and sweet and new and there's a little bit of conflict from a popular guy in school. Just bullshit like that. No, it's okay. Yeah, no, thank you, Flower. No, I appreciate you asking. I would be interested to do it. Like, I would do it with a content creator. Like, if somebody ever responded and wanted to come film a sketch with me, I would try to play Roblox for the first time ever, right? I think that'd be a cool idea. I've never played it. Maybe they're very good. And then you just film me trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing. Good morning, good evening, and good night. Oh, thank you, Melissa. I appreciate that. Bruce Almighty. Love it. So this is how I end all the live streams. If you haven't, once again, please like, share, subscribe. It's free to do. Feels mildly good inside. Again, I do one comedic sketch every single day, whether I want to or not. I'm at 144 days in a row. Haven't missed a single day. It's quite the feat that nobody gives a shit about. Good night. Thank you, Flower. Appreciate you. Just end it with this. You can follow along. Something amazing is going to happen today. Something amazing is going to happen today. Something amazing is going to happen today. I believe something amazing and truly wonderful is going to happen to you today. And you today, Flower. And you today, Melissa. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Happy 4th of July. Happy 5th of July for those of you that are overseas. I'm grateful I wouldn't be here without you. Much love and happiness. I thank you so much. Amen to you. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. I'll be here tomorrow. Don't know what time, but I'll be here. Thank you so much.